Hi guys, it's JQ Crafty. I have another Confessions of a Paper Addict cut file for you design today. A process video. If I could get my words out, that'd be great. So I am going to use the camera's cut file. Now, I saw Virginia use this. It was a while ago, it feels like, probably in January. And I've been kind of having this idea in my head forever. And then when we did rainbow stuff, then I kind of wanted to get this idea out as well. And I've had so many other fun cut files I wanted to play with, so I'm finally tackling this one. Super excited. I've got this cute, adorable photo of my son when he's just a few months old. He's smiling up a storm. Thought it'd be a great time to use the camera. So what I went and did is I dug through my stash and I cut out basically in kind of a rainbow of colors each camera. And so we're going to do a fun page. We're going to do mixed media and stuff. So it'll be lots of fun. I can't wait. Okay, let's get started. All right, so first things first, I did not gesso this paper, but it is Vicky Bouton Foundations paper, so it does hold mixed media pretty well without warping. I end up getting a tiny bit of warping, but nothing too crazy. First thing I'm doing is I haven't really separated all the cut file bits yet, just the main, the cut file from the background paper. That's what I'm kind of doing here and trying to figure out what order I want them in. I want them to be variated enough that it's not like all the blues, all the reds, all the yellows, but it kind of ends up going that way. It kind of ends up changing that way. And I really liked, so this is from a paper pad, and I cut one of the cut files out of it. It is a really pretty paper pad. It's all really neat backgrounds or pattern papers. The Essential Craft Papers by Craft Consortium, and it's grunge light tone. So it looks like mixed media or just grungy filters on colors, which is really cool. But I decided I wanted to use that and do my white kind of cockeyed on there, do the skewed white on there. So I got that all put down and then trimmed up. So now it's 12 by 12. So I'm like, okay, now I can officially figure out where I want all my cameras and my photo. I was going to do my photo off to the side, but after rearranging it, I did really like it in the center. So now I'm just getting out my swatches of all my oxides and trying to figure out what colors I wanted. So I ended up using Lucky Clover for the bottom left. The next one up, Mowed Lawn. For the blue, I ended up using Salty Ocean. The red is Barn Door. The purple below, down lower middle is, which one is it? Right now I'm using Scattered Straw, and then Wild Honey is for the orange, just because I didn't want to do super orangey. I was kind of worried with how it was going to, Spice Marmalade probably would have worked. But yeah, I ended up using Wild Honey instead. So the orange and the yellow are very similar, but I like the way it works. I was trying to go more tone on tone with the cut files. And then, let's see, what was I trying to figure? Oh yeah, purple. So I did Dusty Concord for the one on the bottom. And then I did, what's that one called? Trying to find it. For this top one, I did... I can't find it now. Oh, Aged Mahogany, but I didn't like the way that was looking, so I should have just done Seedless Preserves, honestly, but I added some Wilted Violet on top of it, is what I did, and it turned out better. I should have just done Seedless Preserves. I don't know why I didn't do that. I think in the moment it didn't look right, but now that I'm looking at it, I feel like it would have looked just fine. But all I'm doing is the packaging technique, so I'm dabbing the actual Distress Oxide pad onto some pieces of packaging, and I have plenty. I set it aside every time I open something, and This way I don't have to clean in between. And so I just use a different package for each color. And then I spritz it with my water and then smoosh it. And that's it. So a few times I dabbed up a little extra. I got a little carried away with the size on that upper right purple one, and then henceforth the red one, and then the blue one ended up small. But it works out fine because the blue camera is smaller anyway. There is kind of some odd gaps, but with all the mixed media, honestly, I feel like you can't tell that it's off kilter. So now that I've told you, you're going to notice and you're going to be like, oh, Jackie. So I'm going to set that aside so it can fully dry, even though it was almost dry already. But we're going to set it aside to dry, and I'm just going to back my photo with a couple things. So I have a little offcut from when I was doing the background, that crazy colored paper on the background. I'm going to use that, and then I'm going to kind of just dig through my little stash or my little like scrap bin I have right in front of me. It's mostly black and white cutoffs because those are always good to have for like doing stamping or that kind of thing, or just doing little die cuts. But I'm grabbing that, and so I backed it with black first, and then I'm grabbing just little things that are in there. And then I had like this orangey color, I had a red color, I have a blue color I'm going to back it with, and then this rainbow stripe I'm going to put on the bottom. And I sat there and toyed with putting a doily or one of these round pieces I had cut out in there. I toyed and then decided I don't know what it's going to look like unless I hold it up in front of the paper. So don't get ahead of yourself and then end up covering up all these beautiful cameras that you worked so hard on cutting out and then gluing and putting them on the mixed media. And I don't even have them on the mixed media yet, so that was why I also was like, I shouldn't decide and glue this circle down when I don't even know what the cameras look like out in the background. And then I found a little offcut of vellum, and I thought that would be the perfect last addition to that. And oh, look at that. Okay, I like that. I like it a lot. It's looking awesome, and the cameras aren't even on it. So now I'm going to start gluing down the cameras, and I'm not going to make you watch me do all of these. I think I do keep like 2 of them in, but I'm going to glue down all the bits and leave some of it together so that when I'm gluing it down, I make it all lines up the way it should, because some of them have little cutout bits, like especially the cameras in the center or like where the button goes. So if you keep all like the outer bits together, or the parts that you would throw away, then it helps you line it up. So that's what I'm doing with this green one, and I cut, or the purple one, and then I cut out I hadn't, like I said, punched out all like the stuff that you throw away on any of these yet. So like the green one it's almost like a lattice pattern. So I sit there and poke them all out, and I think I did cut that away so you don't have to see me do that. But then I'm using this little scraper tool that usually you get like with your Silhouette or your Cricut cutting mats, or like your machine, to help kind of lift up things. And after I glue down, I'm just kind of trying to lift up the stuff that doesn't need to go, so I can pull it off. So yeah. And I just do one camera at a time. Just one at a time, get them glued down. There, I cut out me punching out all those little bits. You can see them on the left. Alright, and then I'll do the yellow one, and then I think I will cut away so you guys don't have to watch me do the rest. But it was really fun to I really like doing color matching, even though I clearly didn't do that great of a job, but I really like to do that. I like doing tone. I don't do a lot of tone on tone, or I keep saying this, I don't do a lot of rainbow layouts, but how many have I done in the last month or so? But it's been really fun. I've been really playing with that and kind of exploring that venture when I didn't normally do it, like purposeful rainbow layouts. So it's been really fun. And to me, Cutfiles are a great way to do that, because you can put a design on some fun mixed media and have a rainbow layout very easily in that aspect. So yeah, it's been really, really, really fun. So there. there they all are. I love them. They're turned out awesome. And now I'm just going to splatter some Shimmer's Night Moves. They're black, not shimmery. I'm going to splatter some of that around, just to add a little pop of black since I matted my photo in black. And then I put the photo down and I'm going to pop it on foam. And that orange, the orange camera there that has the heart in the center of it, I kept that inside heart and I actually glued it to my photo. I will move it a little bit. I just wanted to make sure I didn't lose it because I wanted to use it. And so I glued it to the photo just very, very lightly. And then I'm going to try and figure out what I want to do for my title here. Oh, I did shut the camera off, but you guys didn't even notice. And I have this awesome wood veneer from Color Cast Designs. I'm in their Kit Club and I got that. And this is Love You Forever. And I thought that was perfect. So I stuck it on the photo and I tucked the heart kind of up between the L and the F. And then I was looking at this and I was like, something. I need something more. I can't just it's just paper right now, which is great. But I went and I asked all my scrappy friends and they are awesome and they gave me some suggestions. So I went through my stash and I found a couple flare that actually matched the cameras. I ended up only using 2 of them, but I grabbed 3. One is, I don't remember where it's from. I want to say it's from Shimmers. It's one of their dots. It says Today. And the other one is from Scrap and Happy Studio. And it says Cozy. And they match the purple on the upper right. And then like the purpley pink. And then the green and the teal turquoise in the lower left. So they suggested adding some leaves and some of those flare and maybe some word phrases. And so I was like, you know what? I have all these stamps sitting here in front of me that I have not played with in forever. Let's do it. So I went through and I grabbed from a set. I don't remember who this is from. See, I changed the way I stored my stamps and now I don't like it because you can't keep the packaging with it. But it's a stamp set that has it's word puns with figs. And so there's some leaves, and I'm stamping the leaves first in the color. So I decided to do the yellow, the purpley pink, and the turquoise. So using Lucky Clover, Aged Mahogany, and Squeezed Lemonade. And then you can stamp the outline of the leaf in black. So I'm doing that using my mini Tim Holtz stamp platform. I really want a Misty, you guys. Like a full-size Misty. Right now, every time I look, they're out of stock. And I'm on a spending freeze, even though I keep doing... I don't know if you guys saw all the hauls I did earlier this month. But so I'm really cut off right now. So that is what I'm hoping to get for Christmas is full-size Misty. I'm hoping they have some available by the end of the year. So I'm doing that, and then I decided to stamp some of these labels. I believe they're LA Studio. I can't remember for sure, but labels, and then they have dies. Both these stamp sets have dies like that coordinate with them. And I have just this little Bureaucraft manual die cutting machine, so I showed you just a clip of it, like the tiniest clip, because it took forever since it's like manual and it was all little. And then I also had this other die set with some little fine leaves. And so I cut out some black little sprigs of leaves. And so I'm just layering on 2 of the cameras, the stamped leaves and the die cut leaves with the flare. And then I'm going to layer a couple of those die cut leaves also in with that little heart by my title, and then some of the phrases. Now I stamped 5 phrases. I wasn't sure which ones I wanted to use, but I stamped love this, big smiles, all my heart, 100% awesome, and so happy, I believe. So happy is the only one I didn't use. And I just kind of layered them up, kept it kind of symmetrical since this page is relatively symmetrical. I usually do a lot of asymmetry, but this page has a lot of symmetry to it because it's a grid, because I've got, one in upper right, lower left. And so I just wanted to keep the symmetry alive. So there you have it. Thanks for watching. I hope you were able to follow along. Here's the close-ups. I really appreciate you guys. And make sure you join the Facebook page for all the fun and the free cut files that are coming. And we're going to have a lot of fun for International Scrapbooking Day. So make sure you guys join the Facebook group for that. And we'll see you there. Bye.